Hey guys, today we are in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and we are at Dollywood, and directly behind us is Granny Ogles Ham and Beans. This is a place we really enjoy coming to. We noticed they have a new menu for this year, so we're going to go in there and show it to you and order a couple items off of it, and they have a sampler platter. I think we're going to try to split that one. That way, if you come here, maybe if there's two of you, you can split it also. So are you ready, Bobby?
Ready.
Let's rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Let's take a look at the menu. We'll look at the prices once we get inside. There's the starters. I think we'll try the pickled deviled eggs and chow chow. Supper time dishes. We're gonna try the sampler. And I think we'll try the coconut cake as a dessert. Take a look at the menu here at Granny Ogles Ham and Beans. Starting off with country platters. Each guest will receive piping hot cornbread topped with chow chow. Smoky Mountain starters. The new item is the pickled deviled eggs and chow chow. Pork rinds and pimento dipper they had last year. Sandwiches with a twist. Chicken salad and pulled ham. They had both those last year. The youngster menu is the same. It's a hot dog and pit ham sliders. There's the pickled deviled eggs and chow chow. The sampler platter, that's what we are here for. Want to share it. Chicken pot pie. There's the sampler for $16.99. The garden skillet is also new. Ham and beans and greens. Meatloaf traditions. The Sunday dinner pot roast is a new one. Refreshing sips. The Tennessee mud is new. Sweet taste of the Smokies. Everything is basically new on here because the banana pudding, which they always have, has a different recipe. The brownie a la mode last year was just a brownie. They've added ice cream to it this year. Coconut cake and southern butter pecan cheesecake for $10.99. There's the pudding. Here's the story of Granny Ogle, a lifetime resident of Sevier County. She was the mother of 9 children. Granny's daughter Judy served as Dolly's personal assistant and has been her lifelong friend. Both Judy and I always went to Granny Ogles anytime we were home because of her beans and cornbread. And they are using her recipes in this restaurant. I also have a menu for the Flower and Food Festival. Strawberry and rhubarb cobbler for $9.99. Appalachian Sunrise. Let's see what that is. If you're a coffee lover, you're going to like this. This has chocolate coffee cheesecake pudding, whipped topping, and chocolate dipped espresso beans, and it's served up in a chocolate cup that you can eat. Take a look at Aunt Franny's sampler. Has some pit ham, pot roast, our special meatloaf. There's mashed potatoes down there, turnip greens, carrots, cornbread, and pinto beans. Pinto beans and the turnip greens are from Granny Ogles' recipe.
I'm gonna start off with the carrots. I like that they're using the baby carrots. They're tender. I like the sweet buttery flavor to those. I'm gonna try the turnip greens, and I think you're supposed to use vinegar. Never really ate them, so I'll just put a little bit and see how that is. Got a big helping of those, John.
Mm-hmm. Those might all be yours.
I'm gonna try them on this side without the vinegar. Those just have a slight bitter taste to them. Maybe the vinegar helped, but those aren't bad. They're prepared well. Those are pretty good. You'll have to try those, John.
I might try them. We're not used to eating them. I don't think we've ever eaten those. At least I know I haven't.
I don't think I have either. So I'm gonna get some mashed potatoes. You can taste some of the potato pieces. They're creamy, very buttery. Let's try some of the meatloaf with the gravy.
We've had the mashed potatoes before here and really enjoyed them.
Mm-hmm. They are very good. I'll take a bite back here where the glaze is. of that.
And we had this on a meatloaf stacker one time.
Now, with the glaze on it, it has a tangy, but a little bit of spiciness to it. It's very good with the gravy over top of it. The meatloaf's tender. Really enjoyed that.
And you got a piece of cornbread here to try in a minute.
There's their famous cornbread they make here. Probably some of the best cornbread in this area. Has a little sweet flavor to it. You don't even need any butter on this.
I think last time we were here, you said it almost tastes like a piece of cake. It was that soft. Is it that good again?
Very soft, yes. Prepared well, look. Golden brown on top. There's the bottom. You gotta try the cornbread.
I'm gonna try this pit ham first. I've had the pit ham here before and really enjoyed it. There's no barbecue sauce here. Now this has definitely been cured. Now it has a salt flavor, but not overly salty, but it's just so good and tender. Great flavor of the ham itself.
That's probably why they don't have barbecue sauce.
I guess.
It doesn't need it.
It doesn't need barbecue sauce. I said that before when we've been here. We've been here before and not filmed, and I've always ordered the pit ham. This is new this year, pot roast. I put some gravy on there. Like this. There we go. First thing I noticed when I bit into this is I can taste some onions in here. And you can taste some of this gravy that's on the meatloaf. It's very tender. There's a good beefy flavor to it. It's very easy to chew, so that means it's been prepared well. Because you can get some pot roast that might be too chewy. This is not.
Very tender, huh?
I think it's a great addition to the menu because you can get that as a full meal now. I'm gonna try this meatloaf while it's right here in front of me, Bobby. Some of that meatloaf with that glaze on top. Now meatloaf's not something I normally get, but if I was gonna get it, I would get it from here. And that glaze that they have on top of that is got a little kick to it. A little kick in the back of your throat. Very flavorful and tender. Creamy and buttery potatoes. You can taste a little bit of the potatoes in there, but chopped up. I guess I'm gonna try these pinto beans since it's Granny Ogles recipe. Look at the ham pieces, probably that same pit ham in there. I have never had pinto beans before, but man, there's plenty of ham in there. Got more ham than beans. Let me get a few more beans.
Yeah, try the beans. You already tried the beans.
There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the band rehearsing over there. Can't really describe what they taste like because I've never had them before, but they taste good, especially blended in with this pit ham. I mean, there's not any saltiness to them. It's almost like a creamy flavor. Look at all the ham. I would probably order that. And I didn't think I would like pinto beans at all.
You've been messing out.
Maybe I have. Maybe I'll try them by themselves. I did try them by themselves, trying to figure out the taste of them. But just the sauce that they're in here just comes through. So whatever recipe she's using, she did a great job on it, especially for someone who's not a fan of a lot of different beans.
I'm gonna try some of the pot roast. The pot roast has a good flavor to it. It's very tender. Goes well with those carrots. I'll try some of the beans. A lot of meat in this.
There's a lot of
Hardly any
ham
beans.
in there. They're in there.
They're in there.
Yeah, there's plenty of them, but there's plenty of ham, which I like.
A lot of pit ham in here, but you do get some of the creamy flavor from the pinto beans. This is pretty good.
Better than what I thought it would be.
It's not real salty, and the meat's very tender inside.
Update on the ham. That's definitely country ham. And I figured it should have some salt because pit ham is smoked and then cured with the salt. My first few bites, I didn't get a lot of salt, but since I've been eating it, I can really taste more of the salt flavor to it, and I enjoy it. I like it either way, sugar or salt. So if you don't like a country ham, you might not like this, but it's not the saltiest country ham I've ever had. And it has a small smoke flavor to it. I think they do a great job here. That's why I always get the pit ham when I come to this place.
You want to try the greens?
Oh, thought you might have forgot about that.
No, I didn't forget. I left you some on your plate.
Yeah, I see that. All right, I'm trying them. Not as bad as I thought they would be. It's not something, though, I would order. They're okay. I mean, they're tender. They're not overly bitter, just a mild bitterness to them. And you put some vinegar on them. They're all right, guys, but at least I tried them, but still won't be a pass for me. I'm sure they're very good if you like turnip greens. Coconut cake, dreamy coconut cake, pineapple glaze, and toasted coconut. Look at the presentation on
Very
that.
pretty presentation.
It is. The chefs always do a great job here when they present you with some food.
I like how they have the peaks of the marshmallow going around. It's a very pretty presentation. I'm gonna try this by itself. The marshmallow tastes a little bit like coconut. Let's try the cake. The cake is very moist, but it reminds me of a pineapple upside down cake. But the yellow cake, very good. It's moist, you can see that. One more bite.
Marshmallow cream in there. I kind of hate to mess it up, but since you already did, Bobby,
I already messed it up.
I'll go ahead and go all the way down through all the different layers. I get a lot of pineapple flavor from that, more than I do the coconut. I want to try it with this marshmallows cream over here. See what that brings to this. But I'm liking it. Now trying it with that cream, it just brings that extra sweetness to it. I know it says coconut cake, but I'm calling it pineapple cake because that's the flavor I get the most out of that. It's very good. It's so moist and it's definitely fresh.
Yeah, it's not your traditional coconut cake, but it's very good. I would definitely order this again. Very refreshing for the spring.
It is. I know what you're thinking right off the bat. Is this worth $12? Size-wise, probably not. But quality, it's very good. They have chefs here. They give it to you in a beautiful presentation. That's what you're paying for. We just show it to you. You can decide if you think it's worth that much. Let's take a look at the receipt here at Dollywood. The sampler, $16.99. The coconut cake, $11.99. We saved $4.35 with the Gold Pass. Grand total, $27.28.
A few moments later.
We're kind of doing this out of order because this morning when we came in here, they didn't have any eggs to make the pickled eggs. We got here early. We were one of the first ones here. They told us they would get them in a little while, but we finished our meal and we decided just to come back later in the day and get them. Now they have them, so let's go over them. Pickled deviled eggs and chow chow. Tasty pickled eggs, honey Dijon filling, topped with a crisp country ham and chow chow. Try these. You know, Bobby likes beets, so I got a funny feeling she's going to enjoy these.
The reason John said I like beets is because that's how these get red, because they use them in beet juice.
Has chow chow on top of it. Chow chow mainly consists of chopped green tomatoes, cabbage, onion, and peppers.
Those are good. I enjoy pickled eggs and deviled eggs, so this is a good combination for me. You get a little bit of tanginess and sweetness, tartness, a little bit of everything in this. And the inside is creamy with the egg. I'm enjoying these.
We normally don't get appetizers though.
No, but we have ordered deep fried deviled eggs before, but I enjoy these better.
This is a first for me. I have never had pickled eggs. I love deviled eggs. Never had them pickled. I've always seen them. They
We
look
have
good.
them at Christmas time. My mom used to always make them. I don't think you ever tried them though.
No, never did because I'm not a fan of beets. I'm trying them today. Got a
You're
little
going to find
country
out what
ham
you've
in
been
there.
missing.
I hope they are good because they look good. And the ingredients sound good that are in them. I guess I have been missing out because I don't taste any beet flavor. That's what I was worried about. When I first bite into it, I get a lot of sweetness and some saltiness from that bacon. It says country ham, but that's definitely bacon in there. The chow chow is sweet. The egg itself is creamy. Maybe a little bit of tanginess, more sweetness for me. I've been missing out, Bobby.
Yeah.
These are very good.
I tried a little bit of the chow chow by itself. It's sweet and it has a little bit of spice to it.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, they're very good.
I'm gonna have to start eating these, I guess, guys, instead of just eating plain deviled eggs. Bobby told me I should try one. I never did. Just figured they tasted like beets, but again, I get no beet flavor. Just the color, I guess. I need more than that. Instead of 2 eggs, they should give you 4.
That would be nice. So it was definitely worth coming back for.
It is. Look at that. I think Bobby's gonna have to start making me some pickled eggs from now on.
I tried to get you to try them when my mom made them. She made the best ones.
I was missing out. Now I'm
did.
sad about it. I'm sure your mom made great ones, but I bet you can make some good ones also.
It'll take me a while to get as good as her.
Our receipt for the deviled eggs, $11.99. We saved $1.80 with the Gold Pass. Grand total, $11.29 with tax. We're about ready to leave Dollywood after trying out a few items on the new 2024 Granny Ogles menu. What did you think about it?
I think the sampler's the way to go if you want to try several different items. I enjoyed the pickled deviled eggs. John found out today that he likes pickled eggs.
They were good.
We also shared a piece of coconut cake, but to me it tasted like pineapple upside down cake. We had great service, thanks to our waitress, Terry.
We've always told you that Granny Ogles might be the best value in the park. Let's just talk about that for a second. That sampler, what with 3 meats and all those different vegetables, a piece of cornbread, it was $16.99. If you go to some of these food stands, one item will cost you $13.99. So right there's a big difference in price. The quality is always very good. I'm glad they added that sampler. They added a lot of other things to this menu. So if you get a chance, make sure to go to Granny Ogles. Now let's talk about splitting it. Bobby thinks that that was probably enough for both of us to split.
It was plenty for me.
It probably is if you get a appetizer and a cake. I know a lot of guys could probably eat that whole thing by themselves. I could, but I don't know if I could eat a dessert and an appetizer with it. But I also enjoyed the coconut cake, or should I say pineapple cake. I know it says coconut, but I don't agree with the name of that. And the pickled eggs with the sweet and tangy flavor to those. I know those were $12, but you're at an amusement park, you're gonna pay a little more. I think this is a great place to come, guys. Our service was outstanding. We got to listen to the band next door. So if you're at Dollywood and you've never been to Granny Ogles, we highly suggest that you go here. And I'm glad they added some more stuff, because when we first started coming here, they only had, what, like 6 or 7 things on the menu. Because you had that meatloaf. Now, you saw the meatloaf in that sampler. If you want a big piece of meatloaf, you need to get that meatloaf stacker, because check out our video when Bobby got that. That is a big piece of meatloaf. But the sampler is the way to go to try everything this place has to offer.
So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe.
Yeah, so until we meet again,
J&B
have left the building.
Good.